Indie babes, bitches, and in-betweens. We've got so much news to cover, and I had a thunderstorm in the background. It's supposed to come back, but let's cross our fingers that nature just gives vibes and keeps the power going. But before our sponsor in the news, I wanted to let everyone know about a special promotion we've got going on. Free keys for new patrons. Coño mierda. We're going to be offering indie game keys to our new patrons until the key folder runs out. So, if you'd like a free game, access to the best Discord community on the planet, exclusive and sponsor-free shows, and much, much more, head on over to patreon.com using our link in the description. Help us support the multitude of incredible indies coming out every day that aren't talked about in traditional games news media by visiting our Patreon. And if you can't do that, watching these episodes, liking, commenting, sharing if you can, everything helps support our message of bringing the voice to the voiceless ones. Now, let's talk about our sponsor for this installment of Indie Gaming News, and that's League of Angels, Pact. League of Angels Pact is the newest idle action MMORPG in the League of Angels series, and it's just arrived on mobile. This fantasy adventure game promises buxom angel baddies that you can summon and empower, battles against epic bosses for endless loot, over 100 divine weapons and wings to collect, PvP battlefields, and that AFK leveling system that mobile gamers love. If League of Angels Pact looks fun to you, you can pre-register using the link in the description. They've also got communities on Facebook and Discord for you to join. Thanks again to League of Angels Pact for sponsoring our indie gaming news for this week. All right. Our first bit of news took me by surprise, and that's Vampire Survivors getting an animated show? Okay. I'm a bit confused why the game without a story is getting a show, but like my dearest friend Jeff in the I Dream of Indie Discord said, this might be exactly what makes the show good. The writers will have creative freedom, and all we need to do is cross our fingers for the second time in this episode that they don't botch it up. Regardless, I am open to see what this future show will look like. Now, I haven't talked about Kickstarter projects in a while, so let's look at Tales from Centropolis, a retro top-down RPG set in the 1920s. A private detective takes on a case that involves murder, industrial espionage, and his quest for a missing girl. Besides the great pixel art in the trailer, I love detective stories in just about any media, so this already had my attention from the get-go. And this indie dev team was founded by two dads with full-time jobs, no pixel art experience and no coding experience, so this is as indie as it gets. If this game looks like your style, consider supporting them on Kickstarter. For a strong departure from the prior title in visual design and tone, WARSIM, The Realm of Aslona, is a text-based kingdom management game full of ASCII graphics. My gremlin self's favorite art. I am absolutely that person who sees 70s text adventure.
You totally blew it.
I am absolutely that person who sees the 70s text-based adventure games and gets giddy. And WARSIM is no exception. With already over 1,000 positive reviews, this indie may not be new to everyone, but it's definitely new to me. And maybe to you too. I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry, I'm tired. And for an indie that's still in development, I found Spirit of the Backwaters on r/indie dev. Spirit of the Backwaters is a rural life sim with farming and some management elements. And it's the rural element that draws me in. Farming sims always seem to take place in the idyllic lands like from a fairy tale, but fuck that, bitches, we're in the swamp.
Fuck that, bitches.
And as a Florida native, sadly, I claim all swamp-based media as my heritage. Keeping on the farm sim trend, our next news is thanks to Flower Angel Rave, who's becoming a regular on this show. Dino rancher Paleo Pines has announced they'll be coming out for the Nintendo Switch alongside the PC. And while I remain a swamp queen, look at these dino babies! Ah! The green fields and forests, the squishy-faced dinosaurs, and the manual labor dino options that will make PETA fall into an angry tweet frenzy. I must have this game. Newly announced Devolver Digital game The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood promises an occult visual novel about an exiled fortune-telling witch. The developers of this game are also the ones behind the Red Strings Club, another game I've heard is amazing, but unfortunately is still on my wish list. With that freaky-looking space demon in the trailer, my interest was piqued, and with the promise of tarot deck crafting and fate changing, I'm hopeful that this indie will deliver a compelling story. Alpacas, ducks, pigs, oh my! Wildflowers is a game I've never reviewed on the channel because it came out way before and I just wanted to play it. But I adore this game and I cannot wait to jump back in with this new update. The fabulous farming update promises players new animals, the best of which includes the waddling and cheek-shaking pigs. But also we'll be getting magical versions of all animals, expansions to your greenhouse and storage, and a few other secret surprises. Recently awarded Best LGBTQ Indie Game at the Gaming Awards. If you haven't played Wildflowers or joined their Discord, it's time to correct the error of your ways. Finally! I'm sure Joe is thinking, and maybe some of you. We're at the end of the news, and actually, it's just a reminder of something we posted about on our community tab. The giveaway that the indie game Van Hellswing is hosting. Play the free game prototype of Van Hellswing, available on itch.io, and if you get the highest score, you'll win yourself a GeForce RTX 4070, aka a graphics card! There are a few more steps like following and sharing on the socials, but really this is as low-key as it gets for a giveaway. Plus, you'll get to play a great game for free! Try your hand at this free graphics card giveaway via game, and be sure to leave the devs some feedback. Every bit helps. And that was the news! So many exciting and unexpected announcements, and even an opportunity to win stuff. Let me know what bit of news caught your attention in the comments. And for the real motherfuckers that stayed here till the end of the video, mention in your comments that buttholes are weird. No context!
Alright, see you next week.